Hey guys, I'm Brandon Harris and I'm participating in Challenge 2014, and today we're going to be doing the interactive learning video number 3. So the question asks us to find the local extrema of f of x equals x plus 1 over x. So in order to do this, we need to take the derivative of f of x and set it equal to 0. And that will give us the critical points, which we'll use a number line to determine whether they're a max or a min to find the local extrema. So the first step is to find f prime of x. So f prime of x would equal the derivative of x plus 1 over x. So to find the derivative, we have to use the formula x to the n minus 1 times n. So for this one, the n is 1. It's 1 times x to the 1 minus 1, which will be x to the 0, which would equal 1. So we have 1 plus the derivative of 1 over x, which can be rewritten as x to the negative 1. So we'll take the negative 1 out front, negative 1 times x minus 1 to the negative 2. So 1 plus negative 1 x to the negative 2 can be rewritten as 1 plus negative 1 over x squared equals f prime of x. So the next step is to set this equal to 0. 0 equals 1 plus negative 1 over x squared. And now we proceed to find what x equals. So subtract 1 from each side. Negative 1 equals negative 1 over x squared. Multiplied by negative 1. Those cancel. 1 equals 1 over x squared. Multiply times x squared. Those cancel. X squared equals 1. Take the square root. X equals plus or minus 1. These are our critical points. So now what we'll do is take our critical points and put them on a number line. We have negative 1 and we have 1. So now we will find numbers on either side of these points to determine if it's positive or negative, which will help us determine whether these numbers are a maximum or a minimum. So a number less than negative 1 will be negative 2. So we'll take negative 2 and plug it into the derivative to see if it's positive or negative. So you have 1 plus negative 1 over negative 2 squared, which is 1 plus negative 1/4, which equals 0.75, which is positive. That's positive. Then we can take 0.5, which is between this range, and plug it into the f prime of x function. So it'll be 1 plus negative 1 over 0.5 squared, which equals 1 plus negative 1 over 0.25, which equals 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 equals negative 3. So this area in between negative 1 and 1 is negative. Now we can plug in positive 2. And let's see, 1 plus negative 1 over 2 squared equals negative 1 over 4 plus 1. And we will get positive 0.75. Therefore, this is positive. So now that we know that this is positive, this is negative, and this is positive, we can kind of see a general trend here that this will be a max at x equals negative 1, and this will be a min at x equals 1. So now we can say that the local extrema for f of x equals x plus 1 over x is that at x equals negative 1, there's a maximum, and at x equals positive 1, there's a minimum.